Welcome to the final chapter of the discovery phase. You've carved out your vision and felt the excitement of a solution taking shape. But how do you ensure that everyone else not only sees, but also feels the same clarity and excitement? That's what we're about to unravel. Today, we venture into the world of effective communication, transitioning from our meticulously shaped ideas into compelling pitches that resonate with the team. It's where your vision gets its voice. As we transition from shaping our project to communicating its essence, it's crucial to understand that our task is twofold. Every solution needs a rough out and a written pitch. So what's a rough out? It's a sketch that's not as detailed as a wireframe, which dictates every element's exact placement. Yet it isn't as vague as an essay, which leaves a vast space for interpretation. The rough out sits in that sweet middle ground. For our hypothetical food fleet app, consider a new login rewards feature. We present two screens. One displays a pop-up about rewards, and the other showcases the rewards page. Everything is sketched with purpose, but without granular detail, ensuring the design team fills in those blanks with their expertise. So there's a golden rule here. Be deliberate. Your team will take every nuance as a guidance. If you draw or hint at something, they'll see it as intentional. You want to leave it to the team to figure out the interesting details. So when crafting your rough out, think of yourself as a movie director. You're setting the scene, establishing the narrative, but the actors in this case, the designers, bring it to life, interpreting and enhancing your vision. But a visual alone isn't enough. We need words to narrate our vision, and that's where the written pitch comes in. Crafting an effective pitch is like telling a captivating story. One that paints a picture of the challenge at hand, the landscape we operate in, and the path we envision ahead. Let's break down the story. Begin with setting the stage, describing the central issue that has caught your attention. This isn't just about stating a problem, it's about stirring an emotion. Why should your team care? Why is it critical? And what has changed to make it so urgent now? A compelling story needs to be grounded in reality. Bring forth data, user testimonials, or any information that makes your problem tangible. Think of this as building credibility for the narrative you're about to weave. In the world of shaping up, time isn't a limitless continuum. Instead, it's a fixed window, a container. Clarify this appetite right from the start. It sets the rhythm and expectations for the adventure that lies ahead. Now, introduce your protagonist, the envisioned solution. You don't need every intricate detail. You want to evoke imagination, painting broad strokes of the journey you anticipate. Break down the elements of your solution, almost like plot devices in your story. These are your tools and levers, which when combined, form your solution. Every story has its boundaries, things that won't happen. In your pitch, these boundaries help streamline focus and ensure your plot doesn't meander. Be upfront about the rules of the world you're operating in. These could be technical limitations, business guidelines, external mandates. They shape the challenges your team will navigate. Showcase the climax. How does success look like? How does it tie back to the larger business narrative? Make this impact palpable. No adventure is without its perils. Shine a light on assumptions you're banking on and the dragons, the risks, that might lurk in the shadows. And propose how you might outsmart them. Here's a real-world example. Take a look at this pitch for Food Fleet's stamp card feature. The problem? Food Fleet has observed a decline in weekly orders per user, and the research suggests that they need an incentive to establish a habit of ordering through the app. Let's look at the evidence. A segment of users gave the feedback that they would appreciate rewards for being a loyal customer. Weekly orders per user have decreased by 7% over the past 2 months. And competitor analysis suggests apps with stamp card rewards have a 10 to 15% higher daily engagement. Now let's talk about the time fixture. Remember those 6 weeks? The goal is to design, implement, and test a minimum viable product for the stamp card rewards feature. Now the solution. They came up with a rewards section on their app that mimics a virtual punch card. Every time a user places an order, they'll receive a stamp on their virtual card. On their 7th order, they'll receive a discount code. Users can navigate to this dedicated stamp and voucher section from their home screen. This reward screen also includes a progress tracker, so users can see how close they are to their next discounted order. Now let's break down the components. the stamp card section in the menu, the tracking system to monitor orders, and the order visual reward tracker screen. And then we've got our no-goes. There's no integration with third-party reward systems at this stage, and no additional monthly rewards for this pitch. Let's look at the constraints. The reward system should integrate seamlessly with the current user point system. It must be compliant with any App Store guidelines related to rewards and incentives. And now let's look at the business impact. Increase in weekly orders per user, increased overall user engagement, and enhanced user loyalty and habit formation. The risks and assumptions. The assumption is that users will order more frequently if they know a discount is on the horizon. But the risk? Some users might find loopholes or ways to exploit the system, like making the smallest possible order multiple times to quickly earn the discount. To mitigate this, set a minimum order value to qualify for a stamp. This ensures that users don't place multiple low-value orders just to game the system. This concludes our discovery chapter. Let's recap what we've discussed so far. You start with a North Star metric. Define a clear, measurable goal that drives your app's overarching strategy. Next, do your user research, speak to your users, conduct surveys, and gather feedback. This isn't just about listening, it's about understanding the underlying needs and pain points of your user base. From the user research, list out potential features or improvements in an opportunity tree. Structure them based on importance and feasibility to provide a clear visual of where to direct efforts next. The Shape Up framework gets you set for execution. Choose the most valuable opportunities, outline the key components, set constraints, and prepare your team with clear guidelines to start the delivery phase. In product management, having a structured approach helps. These are practical steps to help guide your product development, from setting an overarching goal to being ready for implementation. Always iterate, refine, and be ready to adapt as you gather more insights. The next chapter dives deep into the delivery phase of product management. Here we'll explore the art of execution and rolling out app updates systematically. If you thought discovery was exciting, just wait till we roll up our sleeves and jump into the product delivery. I'll see you in the next video.